Property prices in Dubai Marina will definitely double in next 5 years.
And the guy said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm studying medicines, but to be very honest, I'm not enjoying it." In any organization, the central nervous system of the organization is accounting and finance. I think the biggest misconception or a challenge that I usually see is that when I give my commercial proposal to a client, which is for
What all goes into the valuation process? What all do you consider?
Yeah.
And what is the outcome?
It's extremely dangerous to use Excel spreadsheets
Okay.
and MS Word documents for building your valuation calculations. Chartered accountants are in the best position to appreciate the importance of a professional valuations. Doing very humble junior activities like receiving the checks from the clients and giving them the tokens to sit and also taking care of them by providing the basic services like coffee and this and that. And that was my first job.
Or young person who is starting the career as part of the employment or maybe into business. What advice would you give to them?
Of course, the sellers would like to have as higher price as possible. And on the other hand, buyers like to buy cheap.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of ICAI podcast where we go beyond the numbers and standards to understand the people behind the work. Today, we are joined by Mr. Bilal Moti from Windmills Group, a name many of you would recognize in the space of real estate valuations, financial reporting and audit support services. Windmills operates at a very interesting intersection of finance, real estate and technology, working closely with chartered accountants, auditors, lenders and institutions to bring clarity and confidence to valuation-driven decisions. Mr. Bilal, welcome to this ICAI podcast.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
It is great to have you with us today. We would like to know more about you and Windmills.
Sure.
So before we get into the company and business as such, we would like to know a little bit about you and your background and what motivated you to get into this business of valuation. So a little bit about your childhood probably, and then the journey onwards.
Academically, I am an MBA and a banking diploma holder. I have also completed my certification on MRICS, which is the international body for chartered valuations. So that's my academic background. Childhood, well, very basic schooling. But my college, that's the period between the university and the schooling, which is now called high school, was, in my opinion, the best platform for me to acquire education, to be very honest. So that's what I am from the childhood and the boyhood times. Soon after my high schooling or college completed, I started working.
Oh,
Kind of maybe a few months short of 18 years of age. And I was very privileged that I get a job opportunity in one of the finest institutions in the world. And that is ABN AMRO Bank.
oh,
And at that time, it was ABN Bank before the merger with AMRO. And I think that was one of the best things to happen when it comes to professional career and development and learning at all times. So ABN AMRO really did a great favor to me. I started in the home country and then got quite a number of international postings abroad. First at the national level and then regional levels and then the international levels through various functions, through various departments. So the journey that started very humbly,
yeah.
In the bank as a receptionist
Oh,
in the large banking hall, doing very humble junior activities like receiving the checks from the clients and giving them the tokens to sit and also taking care of them by providing the basic services like coffee and this and that. And that was my first job.
okay.
So a very humble start, I must say. But that was perhaps the magic of learning the real service in the real life to a common man, which I tried to carry through, and I think it has helped a lot. And I ended up through various countries, various functions, various levels to be the CEO of a few banks and also the board members of a few banks.
Excellent.
In the journey of about 25, 26 years in the professional employment.
Excellent. So you mentioned about your career as employee.
Yeah.
But this entrepreneurship, is it something that is there in your family already, or is there anything that really influenced you or motivated you to get into this?
Okay, so I belong to the family that has all businessmen. I think doing a job was hardly seen in the family from both sides of the parents. I had no choice because I never had enough money to start my own business. And the family business was very crowded with so many people from the family, working in the same business. So that was
peer pressure also.
That's true. So a lot of uncles, cousins were working in the business. So I didn't find myself, to be suitable to do something out of it, to be very honest. And maybe it was too small. And I wanted to study. And I studied very well. So I think that was also another kind of motivation for me to do a job with a first-class company. And that exactly happened. So yes, it's a family of business people. And, coming from the Memon community, especially Gujarati community, I think we have business in our blood.
Yeah, I know.
So, and that's a beautiful privilege and a blessing because doing business has been an excellent flavor, I must say, in the overall career journey.
Yeah, nice. Bilal, I follow your LinkedIn page and I see a lot of, you're quite active on LinkedIn and other social media accounts also.
Yeah.
So what are the hobbies that you generally have? And is there something that you wanted to do but you could not do it?
Oh, that's a very good question. Okay, what are my hobbies? My hobbies are music and meeting people. I love meeting people. I love creating relationships. I really enjoy learning from people. I think the real education that has come to me is through people. So I always, whenever I meet new people, I think it's a new university I'm going to, even if it's for 5 minutes. So these are my hobbies. Music is my passion. Apart from making the business successful and happy for me and also for the family and my colleagues, that's what I am from the personal point of view. And I forgot the next question.
Is there anything that you wanted to do but you could not do?
Yes.
Or it is still pending in your bucket of list of activities?
Okay, I think that's a great question. From the career perspective, did I want to be a banker? The answer is maybe.
Yeah.
This is not a cautious plan or a strategy that I worked on. It just happened that at that time, I did not even know whether I need a job, to be very honest.
Okay.
Because I was just finished my college, that's high schooling, and then just got into the medical university first few months. And it so happened that I met a very fine gentleman in one of the wedding events.
Okay.
And the guy said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm studying medicines. But to be very honest, I'm not enjoying it."
Okay.
And secondly, I don't have enough money to take care of my medical university related expenses. So I'm confused and contemplating to do a job. And the guy says, spot on, he had some opportunities because some of the ladies, 1 or 2 or 3, went on holidays. One of them became pregnant, and there was suddenly a vacuum for service in the bank, and they offered me a job for a few months, and I did it and never returned back. So if I go back many years in the boyhood and ask myself a question as to what I would like to be, I think I would like to be a chartered accountant.
Oh.
I'm not saying this because I'm sitting across the table with a senior ICAI professional, but that's really true. That's really true, because I always believe that in any business, in any organization, the central nervous system of the organization is accounting and finance. You just can't strip it away from any business.
Yeah.
It's the core, it's the nucleus. And that's why I think today, having learned all these things through many, many years, I think that would be the best profession for me. Personally, if there is some desire that remains partly fulfilled, and that is music. I think given the opportunity and the subsistence level in my younger age, I would love to be a musician.
Wow.
I would love to be a musician.
Do you love singing? Because your voice is more...
Yes, I sing. I sing with my friends. Of course, I'm not the top tier singer. I'm still learning. But yes, this is my favorite pastime, and every weekend with friends, I'm singing. And also at home, to be very honest, I have a new passion now to sing with the harmonium. So I've learned now quite a decent level for me to sustain singing with it. And I really, really, really cherish that.
Beautiful. Yeah. So just to come back to the career and business.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you played, you are on many boards of bigger corporations. Also now running the company for quite a long period. Were there any challenges that you faced as part of your corporate career or as part of your business?
Many
if you can give us some instances, some occasions.
Well,
and also, how did you overcome that?
Yeah. Well, if I generalize it, I would say business in general and service industry in particular is full of challenges. 360 degrees. There are challenges coming from the clients. There are challenges coming from the market. There are challenges coming from the regulatory authorities at times. There are challenges coming from the internal organization. And sometimes there are challenges coming from yourself as well, because you're also learning, right?
True.
So having said that, life is indeed full of challenges. But my macro mindset is that every challenge is an opportunity. And that is not a learning from the books only. It's a learning from the way I have run my life so far. Right from the childhood, I always had challenges. And the only thing is that you have to learn to embark on that bridge of challenge, face it, and then cross it. So many challenges happens. Sometimes the biggest, for example, is the market itself. We are into property valuations and industrial assets valuations. We are into building surveying services. We are into management consulting services. Let's talk about the valuations when it comes to challenge, because the market in a dynamic city in a country like United Arab Emirates is changing every day. And we work on the basis of what's happening in the market. Transactions, what is listed, what have we done in terms of our own valuation. So we have a lot of data and a lot of moving data all the time. And we have to pause a particular valuation at a particular point in time. That's a valuation date. So how do you manage pausing the time for a particular property on a valuation date?
Yeah.
With all the data moving around. Huge challenge, because the things are moving. I mean, a property 1 month ago was a different market value than today.
Yeah.
So it's a call for call for the capability to stand still at a particular point in time, analyze the data, and make some important decisions about it. And a huge challenge in a dynamic market. The competition, of course, is getting better and better and better. So it forces you to be better and better and better. So few examples of the challenges, but there are always many. And the most important thing is any professional or a businessman has to take a challenge as an opportunity. Get hit is fine. Fall down is fine. But stand up and see why it happened, learn from it, find solutions, and cross it. That's the way to move forward.
Yeah, I think stand up is the word that I like the most. Of course, you may see a lot of challenges, but unless you face them and then fight against them, you won't be successful.
Correct.
Great.
Absolutely. You said it.
Yeah. I think looking back now, if you were to advise someone, a young boy or young person who is starting the career as part of the employment or maybe into business, what advice would you give to them?
I would advise everyone what I advise myself.
Yeah.
This is the way I can be the purest. When I started my business, 2012, for the first time, and in the United Arab Emirates in 2016, my advice to myself was, at least for a service industry, take care of 4 principles in its purest possible way. My 4 principles or core values to run business have been ethics. Okay. We sell trust. And the counterparties around you, the stakeholders, will only trust you if you perform 100% on ethics. At all times, in all situations. So I think that's something that I try to keep and hold off at all times. Right? Second is results. It's all about objectivity. Are you, as a professional or a businessman, capable and have the capacity to deliver the results to your clients that meets their objectivity or not? So we have a lot of focus on that right from the day one. Third, the service quality. There's a lot of competition available. Everybody is trying to do its level best. We are also very focused on being better than yesterday. So the quality of the service is extremely important. From the attitude till the post-delivery service, it's extremely important in my opinion. And the fourth, compliance. The rules and regulations, most of the times we don't like because we think we are in a cage. But the rules and regulations are blessings because that is a common platform where all the players operate. And I respect them. I love them, to be very honest, whether it's RICS rules or WERA rules or other municipality rules. And also additionally, our own corporate policies. I think complying to standards in the best standards way is the path to success. So these are the 4 rules for me, and I would like to only preach what I do myself.
Great. I think now we're getting into serious business. Indirectly, you're actually pushing us to get into that. So great to know about you. And you mentioned that you would love to be a chartered accountant if you're given a chance. Be a chartered accountant. We are proud of the profession. Thank you very much for that. And for someone who is not aware of what do you do as Windmills Group, what kind of activities do you do? What kind of services do you provide to your clients? If you can just narrate us, what all do you do for the viewers' sake?
Sure. I forgot to mention something that I'm very eager to mention for a long time. And that's gratitude. First of all, I'm very, very thankful to All Might. I'm very thankful to the family. Very grateful to the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, for providing such a growth-bound ecosystem for the businessman, even the small businessman like me, to do something.
Yeah.
Very thankful to colleagues and partners like you. Thank you, ICAI, all chapters.
It's our pleasure.
For always being so supportive and caring about good businesses and good professions to grow. And I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. We are into 3 major verticals of services. One is valuations, real estate and industrial assets. We do building surveying, and that's a relatively newer suite of services, thanks to Dubai Land Department and RADA for coming up with such intelligent services, I must say, whereby the owners associations and the developers real estate developers are expected to have reserve fund studies for all projects in the coming 30 years, so they can see what expenses are going to be, and they can manage and allocate such expenses and deploy them in the buildings wisely for making the city and making the projects very sustainable in the future. Brilliant activity. We provide reserve fund studies. We provide service cost studies. We provide building condition assessments. We do assets registers for the projects and the buildings. We do feasibility studies. We do, under the umbrella of building surveying facilities, services. And we also have a management consulting license. So from strategy through improving the business plans or the business actions across different functions of the organization or across different markets, we're very capable and of providing such services to our clients, as we have done for many in the past. That's what we do. We also have plans to increase our expanding to diversified range of services which belong to our profession in a complementary way going forward as well.
Great. So you mentioned about valuation services and facility survey or building survey services.
That's right.
And also management consulting services. I think great to have 3 services providing under the same umbrella.
Correct.
Of windmills. But just to take you back to 2016, you mentioned you started in 2016, which is almost like 10 years.
Got the license in January 2017, but the activities started
in 2016.
And they prepared it.
I planned for it, of course. But what kind of gap did you notice in that valuation ecosystem which prompted you to motivated you to get into that? Did you find any gap because of which you wanted to start that service and provide?
Yes, I did. Very good question. Thank you very much, Balram. It was kind of a push and pull mechanism that was applied when I started this business. Push because, it was financial crisis. I lost my job. And it was very difficult to find something that I think would suit my expectations and requirements. The industry that I belonged to at the time was not doing very, very well. That's banking in general around the world too. The kind of positions that I've already attained at that point in time was, of course, the CEO level and the board members. So there was a lot of push from the fact that I was not really able to handle the politics at that level. Okay? It was quite strainful. And thirdly, being a Gujarati Mehman, I wanted to do my own business anyways at some point in time. So a challenge was seen and worked upon as an opportunity. So that was a push to start the business. pull from the industry, well, I could not do anything, to be very honest. I had to do something that I thought I was capable of, and that is financial services and also in the service industry, because this is what I learned over the prior 25, 26 years.
Yeah.
So after a lot of deliberation and a lot of data crunching, taking advice from people, learning the industry, I realized that, hey, valuation sounds to be very good.
Yeah.
And one of the major reasons why I thought valuations may need a company like Windmills is because I saw a lot of valuation report as a banker in the credit committee. And I could see the gaps. The gaps related to transparency, to explanation of how the valuation calculations are done.
Okay.
The gap into the selection of data, analysis of data, and then its explanation. I think the industry could do this better. And coming from a risk management and credit mindset, something like what accounting professionals and finance professionals also do, for a very long time, I had a great grip on analyzing balance sheets and profit and loss to recommend or approve a credit, a financing proposal to the clients. So, and that's a matter of perfection, really. Otherwise, the financing portfolio of the bank will go bad. So I wanted to apply that kind of intelligence and experience about financial analysis. That time it was on the balance sheet. Here it's more property in the market, but similar. And I think it worked well, taking those gaps transformed into opportunity.
Yeah. Just to get into a little bit more details, given the scenario of more volatile industry or volatility in current market now, especially because we're into this valuation of properties. So do you think that your valuation services and the reports that you provide give the investors the opportunity to manage their risk better?
Well, that is the very purpose of the valuations. I mean, why do people take valuations? The major purposes are financing, the financial reporting, the buying, selling of the properties, the insuring it. So that's the very purpose. If the valuations are not creditworthy, then you're not into business. Very simple as that. So yes, this is very important for us. And that's our major focus. And that's our major USP as well. Hitting a bullseye valuation has been our mantra right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And for that, we don't only apply the best of human resources. We're very experienced and very international mindset. But we have also used a lot of technology, Balram, for controlling the highest quality of valuation writing in our company. Have we made mistakes? Yes, we have. But that's I think something that you cannot avoid in human-oriented service anyways, anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm not ashamed of the fact that if we have done 30,000 valuations over the last 10 years, if 5 to 10 valuations went wrong because of an individual valuer did not pay enough attention, I take it as a part of the game. I don't feel ashamed of that. But what I'm proud of is over 30,000 valuations, Windmills has never got any claim that, hey, you have not done the job right. If we did the job wrong in those few valuations, whatever, 3, 4, 5, 6, over the last 10 years, it's more of an individual error rather than a corporate strategy or a corporate standard. But again, at the end of the day, the responsibility lies with me.
Correct.
And I have to take that responsibility and ensure that our systems, our control, our technology, our people, our processes, our policies are such that we don't even miss out on capacity or capability for even a single valuations, and we're trying our level best to do so.
Okay. So I think that helps in maintaining the quality that is required,
Absolutely.
given that you have so strong policies and controls in your organization,
Yeah,
which takes care of the quality of the deliverable.
that is true.
Exactly.
And that comes through best people, I think, that we can have, and the technology, the policies, and the governance that we have.
Yeah, superb. So let us talk about the intersections that we have. We as chartered accountants, how do you as valuation expert help us in delivering our services or provide our services? What's the kind of help that comes from you as evaluation for us as auditors or for us as financial consultants?
Yeah. Thank you for asking this question. One of the major reasons why valuations are required is basically for financial reporting. It's an extremely responsible and a sensitive job that a valuation company has to do, because based on the fair value report in the annual reports, the shareholder makes decisions and a lot of other counterparties and stakeholders around it. What windmills offer is, as said, a very strong focus on the precise valuations. Okay. And the precise valuations demands a lot of work, a lot of background work, a lot of analysis, a lot of processes and policies. So I think my best offer is the precise valuation from the company. And how do we achieve that? That's very, very important. And I think that's important for every chartered accountant, and not only any chartered accountant, but any person who is acting or reacting on the balance sheets and the values in the mentioned there. Chartered accountants are in the best position to appreciate the importance of a professional valuations, because they deal with it every single day. They make the decisions, they recommend the decisions based on that. And I'm very happy as a person to deal with professionals like you as my clients, because I can speak the language that you understand and I can understand the language that you speak, So that's why extremely important. Now, so to cut a long story short, how do we offer precise valuations? And as said, people and systems and policies and technology. But a few words about our technology. We have built an in-house system called Maxima, and we have provided all the necessary requirements and controls in order to get as much information as possible about the property, about the owners, about the documentation, its legality, it's all the features about it. We have done a lot of work in order to have a significant amount of data across the tangents of transactions, rentals, market listings, the details of the projects from different angles, and our own valuation. So there's a huge amount of database we have been able to create. And the most importantly, what I am the most proud of is the algorithm that we have already inculcated in our system.
Is Maxima your own tool?
It's our own tool. Okay. It's proprietary for windmills. And what we have done is, for example, the way a natural human brain thinks, how to analyze the data, how to select the comparables, how to compare the comparables in order to find the financial adjustments for each attribute. We have done a lot of thinking about building those algorithms, the way human mind works in different situations, and we put them in the system. And there is an algorithm set number 1 to select the comparables. There's algorithm set 2 in order to compare each and every attribute and with the weightages and the rating, and algorithm number 3 to make the financial adjustments, and the algorithm number 4 in order to give the different right importance to sold transactions driven valuation, listing driven valuation, and previous valuations done driven valuations. So a lot of algorithms, like the human mind works, and it works beautifully because at the end of the day, it funnels down to a reliable market value. And then the art part starts. This was scientific. Then the art part starts, which means a valuer looks into it and say, is everything done properly? Or this property indeed has some specialities that is over or under what Maxima has selected.
Yeah.
And then the approver comes into picture. So the art part of valuations, decision-making process is also well applied. I think it's very important for each business owner, property investor, financial controller to ensure that the valuation that you receive for fair value must be authentic, realistic, and absolutely professional. That is the message that I would like to give.
Great. So, since you mentioned about the Maxima, which is an automated tool, is it only for your own team usage that you want to have it, or is it for your clients or for others also to use it? How does it work out?
Yeah. I'm most excited about talking about Maxima because this is something that I've worked on for the last 7 years, and I've really invested a lot of money.
So does it help you in improving the quality of the reporting, and then what all does it do for you?
Yes. So as a lot of time, money, and energy has gone into it, it really helps. It really helps us deliver a good result to our client based on our principles. Remember, ethics. So controls are basically protecting it, service, results, and compliance. The control features about all the four core values are embedded in the system. Yeah. So it indeed delivers something very beautiful. Is it for us? At the moment, it is for us. We are building it more and more. Our market approach-based valuations, our income approach-based valuations, our cost approach-based valuations are already delivered by Maxima. Our building services like reserve fund studies, our service cost allocation studies, and our building condition assessments are the 3 services which are already delivered through Maxima.
Okay.
At the moment, we are focusing on building it more on other services that we have in our mind, but it's an evolving process. And we have given our Maxima application to some of our clients.
Okay.
So they are using it. We have a client module, so the clients can order us, instruct us as valuation right from there.
Okay.
And they can monitor the whole process. How do we do the job? And over a period can see individual or collective analysis of all the valuations they have given to us and also the market. So that is working.
It's a kind of repository of the data.
Correct. It's definitely a repository of data, documentation, all communication with the clients and other counterparties involved. It's all there in the system in one beautiful valuation folder.
Okay.
All the internal work done, working papers, reports, everything is there in a folder per valuation. So it works very well. Now it's time that we should, I think, roll out the subscription of this valuation application to the other valuation companies in the country or also abroad.
So that's going to help the whole industry also if you do that.
It's very useful. I mean, there's something built anyways and I know all valuation companies struggle with it. I think it's, in my humble opinion, it's extremely dangerous to use Excel spreadsheets and MS Word documents for building your valuation calculations and building your reports. I think it's extremely dangerous for the clients, even for the valuation firms, because how do you manage those from the confidentiality point of view? How do you store them? How do you pull out something 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road? I think, and I can see that the clients and the market is giving so much support and traction to a company like us for doing things in such an automated way and a controlled way, in my opinion. Yeah. So yes, it's a great thing for each valuation firm. A lot of firms, by the way, maybe building this as well indigenously, but for many other firms, they may not be so capable to develop by themselves.
Not everyone can do it. Yeah.
So we have plans to roll it out. So.
Excellent. So some other valuationers, people who are in this valuation industry, if they want to associate with you or collaborate with you or use your tool to get that benefit, I think it's a wonderful opportunity for them.
True. I mean, both from the commercial perspective and to also help the industry socially.
Yeah.
We are very happy to do that. Nevertheless, as I said, there are a number of companies who may also have embarked on technological advancement and achieve that is definitely possible.
Yes.
But whoever needs it, we are very happy to
Excellent.
share.
Excellent. Even for that matter, even clients also will have access to that.
Yeah.
They'll be happy to look at the valuation report anytime they want to by logging into their account.
Yeah.
I think excellent. Wonderful way of taking it forward.
Sure.
Just to understand from a layman point of view, what all goes into the valuation process? What all do you consider?
Yeah.
And what is the outcome? Just in a simple way, if you have to explain.
Sure. It's a beautiful science, I must say, and also art. So what goes into the valuation process briefly is all the information about the property first,
Okay.
through documents and through physical inspection by us. So we would like to know first as much as possible about the property itself, because each property can be surprisingly different than the other, even if they are the standard villas or standard apartments.
I know. Yeah.
Can be surprisingly different. I mean, the upgrades today, the craze and the fashion for upgrades today in a particular property,
Yeah.
it's so much that makes it completely non-identical to other properties.
Correct.
Okay? So we always want to learn as much about the property physically as well as through documents and getting the information. 2, market. The market, we established that is very dynamic, okay? So we need to understand what is the demand from the buyers representing the market about this particular kind of property. Because the seller may have a different sentiment about the property than the buyer.
Right.
Because buyer has many other options too. And he's also driven by his own assumptions and expectations and requirements. Seller has others. We respect both. But then we have to find a middle ground to see
Do you have generally any kind of pressure or expectation from either buyer or seller to come up with X amount of value than whatever you do?
I will be lying if I say no, okay? I'll be lying.
Yeah. How do you handle that then?
Because, of course, the sellers would like to have as higher price as possible. And on the other hand, buyers like to buy cheap. There are pressures from the clients accordingly. There are pressures from the client for the turnaround time. There are pressures from the client for the economy of the fee. There's a pressure on the client on post-service challenges. Okay, why is 1 million? It should be 2 million. So there are a lot of challenges. Yeah. And I don't blame clients for it. I respect them because this is how our motivations are.
Yeah.
And most of the times, those motivations can also be good enough. So as a valuer, we should not incline towards one side. No north, east, west, south. Okay?
Side, yeah.
We have to focus on the center. And that is the central point, which is called bullseye valuation we have to achieve, which means understand the properties through documents and inspection. Understand the market. Analyze the market. Ask questions. Get whatever Dubai Land Department has opened up data and information about their project. So much, and really, really a huge salute and appreciation to them, that our visibility about the property valuations has gone much better than before. And other municipalities and other MRS are doing the same as well. We have much more clarity about valuations, our properties, values and prices and rents in Abu Dhabi now. So the idea is to just focus on the core, which is precise valuation, and make use of all the data and the information. And the third thing is you have documents, you have information, you have data, you know the market, but how do you process it?
Yeah.
How do you process? Do you process it right? Do you get the right comparable? Do you understand in each and every attribute of the property well? Like if sometimes, the property is 3 million dirhams, but the gentleman has spent 3 million dirhams on the upgrades.
Yeah.
So it's worth 6 million according to him.
Correct.
Do you really understand how much a new kitchen from Italy costs? Yeah, things like that. So we need to be not only abreast of the market, but on the top of the market and understand different trends and their demands in the market. So then comes the after the scientific part, as I explained to you earlier, then comes the art part.
Yeah.
That in the valuers and the approvers should be knowledgeable enough, should be focused enough, should be experienced enough to appreciate the different attributes of the property and then apply it in writing the value.
Since you mentioned that each person have got their own expectations about the valuation,
Yeah.
what kind of misconceptions do you see generally in the market about valuation and the valuation process? Do you come across those, and do you have to spend some time to make them understand the process and all those? Do you see some kind of misconceptions?
I think the biggest misconception or a challenge that I usually see is that when I give my commercial proposal to a client, which is for 10,000 dirhams, and the client says, I'm getting the same commercial proposal from some other valuation company for 4,000 dirhams. How can you be so expensive? And it's a legitimate commercial challenge that everybody has.
Yeah.
It may not have a misconception about the quality of service that we provide in the minds of the client. It may not. But most of the times when we explain it to them, just to remind them again, which they already know maybe, is to, hey, what kind of time, energy, process, policies that come into play in the entire valuation process at windmills, then I see that the clients appreciate it, and we still get a lot of business coming to us.
Super.
Misconception. Look, there's always a difference between a valuer and a client. Client knows much more about their own property and its background.
Yeah.
Which valuers may not know unless we spend time and energy on that, which we do. But we have to represent the market.
Yeah.
Okay? So there are always misconceptions in these assumptions or mindset with two parties that we have to deal with practically. And at the end of the day, I think the focus works.
So now, since we've spoken about valuation and the process too much, let us just come to some fun part of it.
Okay, sure.
So I will say a few sentences,
Okay.
and then you have to say whether it is a pure valuation or is it like more closer to the reality, or is it a pure speculation?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So I have to decide whether it's a reality or
a speculation.
Speculation.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Let's go.
So yeah, it's fun. I'm sure.
Make it easy for me, Balram.
Yeah. Property prices in Dubai Marina will definitely double in next 5 years. Do you think it is a speculation, or you have solid base for it?
I don't know whether. Okay, first answer is it's not speculation. So what was the other reality? Quick answer. Dubai. You said Dubai, huh? Or UAE?
Yeah,
Dubai.
Marina, in Dubai Marina.
Dubai is working a lot in order to build this city. Infrastructure, the government's own investments, the pro-business policies across all the industries, not only the real estate, the industrial development, the international relations, the income tax, personal income tax free situation, the lowest levels of corporate tax and VAT situations, the 10-year visas, and I can keep on very, very safe, legally supportive, clean environment. I can keep on singing, praising songs for Dubai, but Dubai is making a lot of efforts, investments, time deployment, competitive propositions in this city, which is visible to everybody, that makes it such that so many people around the world are coming in my opinion, much more than the supply of the property units, coming over here from all over the world and working here, living here, investing here, playing here. It's beautiful. So that's why you see so much of traffic jams during the summers as well.
That's right, yeah.
So I think it's more of a reality. It's going to be doubled or not, I'm not sure. What I know is that in the coming 10 years, the population of Dubai is going to be doubled. That's the plan, the strategy.
Correct.
And the property prices increase, in my opinion, is realistic and legitimate. And by the way, it's still cheaper than a lot of top-notch cities in the world, in my opinion. Sorry, long answer.
I know that's fine, but yeah, it clears my doubt. Second one is a property's fair value should always be equal to its market value.
The difference between the close, yes. The answer is reality, not speculative.
Okay.
The difference between the fair value and the market value is, in my opinion, quite limited and subtle.
Mm-hmm.
In the market value situation, the only difference is that you look at a broader and a wider net of getting the comparables and the market demands. In the fair value, if you have sufficient level of offers available, even from 5, 6, 7, 8 investors, I think it makes it fair. So I think the difference is in the marketing and by way of spreading the net wider, a little bit wider than the fair value. But both of them are usually similar.
Same. Okay, excellent. Since we have spoken about maxima, technology can completely replace human judgment in valuations.
No, I don't think it can completely replace the human engagement, involvement, decision
So
making.
it's more towards speculation than reality, you say.
It's more speculation. Having said that,
Yeah.
I think businessmen like us in the service industry face challenges pretty frequently
Yeah.
than what I would like to see about some human actions that could be done in a better way in terms of responsibility, in terms of capacity, in terms of competence, in terms of this and that. So sometimes humans make mistakes, but the clients don't accept mistakes. They
Yeah.
don't accept mistakes because they have a choice. So technology, I think, brings a lot of value addition in terms of controls towards the quality, standards, compliances, service, efficiency, etc., etc. So I'm a big fan of technology. Big fan of technology. As I always say, I have an extramarital affair with technology.
I think that
It will always remain. I think.
that is a good thing to continue further because that gives you more benefits for sure in future. Next thing is the location of a property is 80% of its valuation. Do you think is
Speculative. Location is the most important thing. It's the most important thing indeed 3 times in the property. Whether it should count to the 80% of the weightage, I'm not sure, because there are a lot of other things in the property also that makes it beautiful, like its placement being middle or corner, like is it back to back or single row, like the structure, the size, the length, size, the upgrades, the quality, the amenities. I mean, that's location partly, but
yeah.
there are a lot of other things too. So yes, we have the highest weightage for location, but there are a lot of other things too.
Excellent. Let us change the way that we play this game.
Yes.
Now this time you have to give the answers in a word or a sentence.
In a word only.
Yeah.
I speak too much. That's fine.
Yes, yeah. So let us just look at that.
I'll try my level best.
Yeah. So if you had to explain valuation to a non-finance person in one sentence, what would you say?
Trust.
It's just one word.
Professionalism.
Excellent. What is the strongest property you have ever valued till date?
Strongest property.
Yeah.
Strongest, I don't know how to call a property strongest, but a township in Doha and a super luxury 5-star hotel in Dubai.
A market trend in real estate that you think is overhyped right now?
No.
Okay, I got the answer. One book every finance professional should read.
There is a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay, I read it already.
It's not financial book, but there are a lot of financial decision that you can learn from that. Yeah.
Excellent. If not real estate and finance, what industry would you be in?
As I told you, either I will be an accountant or finance professional, or I will be a musician doing a concert somewhere.
Excellent. Excellent. Bilal, I would like to ask you something about something that some of the business people may overlook about helping the community as you grow further, helping your team, helping the community and people around you. I came to know that you visited the labor camp during Ramadan and distributed food and other basic necessities to them. So, would you like to talk a little bit more about that?
Sure, it's not one word answer, right?
Yes, of course. We would like to hear as much as possible, as more as possible.
Well, one of the biggest reasons why I started my business, to be very honest, one of the biggest reasons was also doing something for the society. Through this business that I have, we now employ 45 people. I mean, I cannot express how beautiful a feeling this is to provide a platform to 45 people, 45 families.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a financial platform for them. They earn their living from there. And if I could be one small source of that, it makes me very, very happy. I believe giving is living, to be very honest. Yes, we do. It's very important, and maybe some people forget that. But I think I've never seen a businessman successful, happy, or peaceful unless they do something for the community one way or the other. So we also do that. I don't want to boast about what we do in terms of society, but we have some corporate KPIs for social contribution, and we have some personal KPIs. I am very happy and privileged to be the vice chairman of a business group called Valuation Group at Dubai Chamber, whereby an opportunity is given to me to share with the government how we can improve the valuation industry. So I do my personal contribution towards that.
Yeah.
Again, there are a few. I'll go briefly. I'm trustee of a hospital. I have certain allocation of charity. I would like to increase my business, not only for my commercial profits, but I would like to see many, many, many more employees earning their living from here. On the corporate side, I think through humble sponsorships that we give, we are able to, and very happy to contribute towards the development of professional associations. As said, very humble ticket, but let's say ICAI, other accounting authorities, other business authorities, we try level best to support as much as we can.
Yeah.
And there are a few more initiatives too.
Great. You mentioned that you have a team of about 50 people, close to 50 people. Great to see that progress within last 9 years.
Thank you very much.
For the service industry, that is quite a good number.
Thank you very much.
I would like to know, what is your vision for Winsmill for next 5 to 10 years?
I'm 58 now. I don't think I have too many commercial ambitions left, to be very honest.
Okay.
For me, this success is more than enough, to be very honest, because the most important thing is happiness and peace. And with the grace of Almighty, we have been able to achieve that. Now, the idea is to spread this happiness and peace and success with other people, primarily to the staff members and colleagues. And so the idea is, in the future, yes, we would like to have more services. Yes, we have interest in expanding into new territories. But I think the most important thing is, commercially speaking, be better than yesterday.
Yeah.
And provide the services in a progressively better way to our clients that we are proud of. And do something more and more for the society, to be very honest. That's more. I also want to be a little bit selfish now at the age of closing to 60, that I want to focus more on health. And I also want to focus more on my hobbies and meeting people. So that will also stay as the priority initiatives in the future.
Great. I think thank you very much for taking us through your journey. We learned a lot about you as a person and the valuations that you do, and about your team, about windmills, and what are the services that you provide as a company, as a team. And we also understood what all goes into a valuation, what are the misconceptions that some of us have got around valuation. And of course, we learned about your automated tool called Maxima.
Thank you.
Exciting. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very
Take that forward to other people in the industry and to also to clients to get benefit out of it. Thank you very much once again for being with us. and being part of this ICI podcast.
Thank you.
Looking forward to connect with you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. One last word. Thank you very much, ICAI. If I just share something that I feel in my heart, I'm very impressed by ICAI. What you guys do in terms of developing the profession and the professionals, I think I don't even do 1% of that. Very, very impressive. And once again, thank you very much for giving me such a privileged opportunity to talk to you and ICAI and sharing my personal information.
Great. Excellent. Thank you very much once again. So our energy comes from our members of fraternity. So it's those people, those members who encourage us, motivate us a lot to take this forward. I think that's what is the greatest thing about this profession. And
Very well done.
Thank you very much once again, and great day. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.